Hello friends, I am Farhan from HLTF Tech, and today I am going to tell you about what is the virtualization and how we can install the product of VMware, that is ESXi 6.7 on the server and how we can access it. So it's a very simple process. We will start with the prerequisites. First of all, uh, you must have a server in which there must be a processor that must support virtualization. So there are some processors which doesn't support virtualization. So it is important that the server you are using for installing the ESXi 6.7, it must include the processor that is having the virtualization supported capability. The second one, there must be some hard drive that may be a SSD or SAS that you may configure it on RAID. I will tell you briefly about RAIDs in my upcoming videos. There are many RAID types: RAID 0, RAID 1, RAID 5, RAID 6. I will tell you briefly about the RAIDs. Now the third point is you must have a ESXi 6.7 setup that must be on your CD DVD. You may also write it on any USB drive, but as far as the scope of my video is concerned, I will tell you about the installation through CD DVD. Okay, now you must have a UTP patch cord. That is very simple. It may be of a small length or a larger length, that is 5 meter or 10 meter, etc., depending upon your environment. The last one is network switch. It is important in case of multiple servers. That is, you must be uh, knowing that if there are multiple servers, then you may have multiple patch cords and they must be connected over a switch for intercommunication. Okay, now proceeding towards the steps, we will by you will start the server and you will press the F2 key. The key may vary with the server models depending upon whether you have a Dell server or HP server or Lenovo server or some other brand server. Now in boot options, navigate to boot options and then set boot from CD DVD as first one, so that when you will insert the CD DVD or that is containing your ESXi 6.7 setup, that is I have previously told you, uh, you will insert this into the CD DVD drive. Then you will reboot the server. As you have set your option as CD DVD as the first one, the server after the reboot will search for the bootable device in your CD DVD drive, and it will start the setup of ESXi 6.7. During the installation, it will ask you about the root password. uh, Give a password as per your criteria, but all remember that one. Remember this password as it will be used to access your ESXi 6.7 interface. After the setup has run successfully, after completion, you will be asked for reboot the server. The server will take approximately 3 to 4 minutes, and after that a ESXi 6.7 interface will appear on your uh, black and yellow screen will appear. Now you will navigate to network settings, and in that you will IPv4 settings, you will select this and you will assign a static IP. Okay, in my case I have defined 10 20 30 1, and after that you can save the settings. Static I sorry, in this static IP you will have to define the subnet mask. In my case it is 255.255.255.0, and default gateway I have set 10 20 30 1. Same is the default gateway, as I am using only one server with the ESXI 6.7, and all my traffic will go through this gateway. So if you have a switch, if you have a firewall in your environment, you may define your default gateway, that is this, as per your IP of that gateway. After that you will save the settings, and it may ask you for reboot, and after reboot your environment is ready. Okay, that's wonderful. Now let me explain you through some Visio diagram. It will give you more clarity. Then we will go towards the actual demo, and I am selecting a basic diagram, and in this diagram I am going to search for a server. It is taking time. My PC is getting slow. I have to increase the RAM. Okay, now this is a server. Let's say this was the server in which you have installed your ESXi 6.7 setup after fulfilling all these prerequisites that we have discussed earlier. Okay, now the ESXi setup is ready up till this step, and you have assigned the IP, that is 10 20 30. In my case 1. This IP may vary as per your network requirement, but as far as my staging environment is concerned, I am just using a very simple IP. Okay, in this server this is a ESXi 6.7 setup and it's installed. Okay, now I will select for connection. It's searching, and I have connected the UTP patch cord, and with this patch cord I have connected it to my terminal. This is the terminal through which I will access the ESXi 6.7 setup. It may be possible that if you are working in a large organization, then it may be possible that your server may be hosted in a data center. So you will prepare your server, this, assign it an IP, and then you will place it in any of the rack in the data center, so that it may be accessible over the network. Now this is my client and I am giving it the IP 10 20 32. For beginners I am using a very simple IP scheme. It may be possible when you go into the professional organizations, data centers, that you may have some switches in between these layers. You may have firewalls, but I am not uh, explaining the overall architecture of data center. I am keeping it up to the minimum. It may be possible that you have multiple servers here, and these servers may be connected to your client through, let's say there are 3 servers. It may proceed to n, and these servers are connected to your client. This client in professional term of data center is known as management terminal. You have must have seen that some people are sitting on the computers in a data center control room or monitoring room, and they are accessing their servers on through this network. And this is a very simple diagram in which I have told you that there is a one server. You have prepared it with ESXi 6.7 setup. You have assigned it a static IP. Then you have placed this server in one of the rack of data center and have connected it over the network, and you have accessed this server with the management terminal having the same IP scheme. So uh, I have configured a server, and I'm going to give you a practical demonstration now. That is 10 20 31. This is my server, and this is the interface of ESXi 6.7. I am assigning, this is the root ID and password. I told you that you have to remember this password as this will be your root password. Root ID means it has super admin access. So I've logged into the Vsphere 6.7 terminal, and now my host is here. This is the host. I have told you this is actual this server. So I'm deleting the data center. This is actual server 10 20 31, and you can see this server here. It's 10 20 31 server, and let me tell you, it's T7610. It has 12 CPUs. All the details of this server are now visible here. You can see the physical data store, and many more things are visible here. And when you can even shut down it, there's no need to go into the data center. If you are working in professional environment, you can reboot it. All the management of this server that is placed in the data center is now a one click away at your terminal, that is management terminal. And let me tell you that I have, this is my local PC. I have assigned it a IP 10 20 32, and through this IP I can access 10 20 31. That's why I am accessing this over the web interface. It has 32 GB memory. There is no virtual machine right here. If you have multiple storages, then they must be visible here. So this is all about VMware virtualization in a very simple way for beginners. So if you have any question, you can leave it in my channel uh, in the comment box. I will reply you. And similarly, I will also with the passage of time, I'm going to tell you more about virtualization, and I assure you that I will make you a very good professional at least intermediate level if you continue following my videos through subscribing my channel. And this is a just a beginning video for all the beginners who are working or willing to start their career in VMware virtualization. So thank you guys. Goodbye.